Alright everyone, so as you can see, I am now averaging about 42 miles per gallon. The highest I've seen it go since I got the car was maybe 43, 44. Which is actually still really good for a Prius considering that it's from 2008. So let's see if after I change the spark plugs, we notice a difference. If not, then I guess I'm out of luck. Let me start off by saying I am no mechanic. I'm gonna be going based on some of the stuff that I saw on YouTube and some articles that I read about changing spark plugs. So wish me luck. Got my gloves on, don't wanna get dirty. Got the torque wrench, spark plugs, anti-seize lubricant that I'm gonna put on the spark plugs when I put them back in. And last but not least, we have the spark plug socket. All of this from Amazon. We gotta start by taking off that relay box, and I believe that's a 10mm socket. So let's start with that. Okay, we got the first screw out. Okay, both screws out for the relay box. Okay, so we got the relay box out of the way. We're gonna move it here. Some videos I saw, they remove this box over here, which is where the air filter is for the engine. But other ones I saw said that it wasn't necessary. So I'm gonna try to do it without taking this apart, which makes sense because the spark plugs are back here. These are the coils. So I don't think I'm gonna have to remove this. It wasn't necessary. I had plenty of room to work back there. So you definitely don't need to take out that section where the engine air filter goes. The next step is going to be removing the coils. You got to disconnect the harness on the ignition coils. So I push down on this clip here while I pull the harness, and there you go. You got the harness out of the ignition coil, and you got to do that for all 4 of them. These harnesses were a little tricky to take off, so you might want to use a flathead screwdriver to pry them out, or maybe even a knife. So I got all 4 coils removed. So the next step after we remove the harnesses from the ignition coils is gonna be to pull out the coils themselves. Hopefully these are in good shape. To remove these, you simply wanna use a 10mm bolt on each one of them. And here we go. Got one loosened up, the second one is loose, third one is loose, and the fourth one is loose. Now let's just take them out. So we got the first coil out. I think that looks okay. There's a bit of residue on there. I don't think they look all that terrible. We got the second one out. Okay. Third one out. These are coming out pretty easily. So once you have the 4 ignition coils out, you want to make sure you don't let any kind of debris fall in there. It would also be a good time now to clean the area, maybe use some compressed air. Luckily for me, I just got the car detailed, so it doesn't look like I need to do anything. So now is where the fun begins. So now we're going to go ahead and remove the spark plugs. We're gonna use the 5/8 spark plug socket. I think you specifically need these because they are magnetic and it will make the job a lot easier. Put it in there. We're gonna use this wrench to remove it. Make sure we do it slowly and gently. These are on there pretty tight. Okay, so it looks like I got it pretty loosened up. Spin it out until it's completely out of the engine. So we got the old spark plug here on the left, the new one on the right. So we got some brown discoloration here. I don't know if that's rust or oil, something that just happens over time. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic, so I don't really know what I'm supposed to be looking for here. The new one obviously does look substantially better. We are gonna go ahead and swap all 4 of them out. And yes, after some research, these spark plugs were pretty bad. Not terrible, of course. So if 1 was really good and 10 was awful and needs to be changed as soon as possible, I'd say these were probably like a 6 or a 7. So I guess not that bad, but bad enough where they might be doing some damage. And we're gonna go ahead and do that for all 4 of them. There we go, spark plug number 4. The 4 old spark plugs with the 4 new ones that are going in. The biggest difference that I see is that the discoloration on this section over here, it's a little on the brown side. I'm not sure what a worn or a bad spark plug looks like. So maybe I'll put up a picture of what a bad worn spark plug looks like. So here we have our torque wrench. These spark plugs are supposed to be in at 13 pounds. To adjust the foot-pounds here, you want to start by loosening up this section here. And then that's going to allow you to move it freely. Once you get to your desired section, you tighten it back up. And the way to know that it's in at 13 pounds is when you hear a click. So some of the videos I saw said to use some of this never see stuff. So we're only going to use a little bit around this section here. Just a little bit right there. Okay, so we're going to take our spark plug, put it into the 5/8 spark plug socket wrench. Spin it in. Okay, I got some tension on there. So now we're gonna go ahead and get the torque wrench and tighten it to 13 pounds. Oh, there you go. So I heard the click. We're at 13 pounds. We're gonna go ahead and lift this up and move on to the next one. Our click, and we are all done putting in all 4 spark plugs. So the ignition coils weren't all that bad. Let's put them back in. So now we're going to tighten up all 4 bolts, and after that we'll connect the harnesses. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we want to connect the harnesses back in place. Once you hear that click, you know you're good. Last thing we need to do is put the relay back on, and we should be done. Bolts back in. Now let's just tighten them back up. Okay, so relay box is back in place. Harnesses are back in, coils are in, new spark plugs are in. Start it up and see how it goes. Okay, moment of truth. Start it back up. See what happens. Okay, we got power. Let's go for a little ride. Now, of course, I gotta be realistic. I don't think I'm gonna see the difference right away, but you never know. Let's see. Okay, so drove around for about 4 or 5 miles. Gotta admit, I don't think that did anything.
That did not do anything.
I did notice the car had a little bit more pickup when I was on the highway. I don't know if that's just me imagining things, or maybe the spark plugs actually did help. Or maybe I just need to accept the fact that battery is real, and eventually the battery is not gonna perform as good as it did when the car was new. Maybe I just need to wait and see if in the long run it will affect the miles per gallon. But at least I got to change the spark plugs. That was kind of fun. Glad I did that. Now I can honestly say that I know how to change spark plugs. Well, at least on this car, not on any other car. But yeah, gonna wait a couple more weeks and see if it does anything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy watching that. I hope it was informational. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate anybody who views these videos. I do have a lot of fun making these videos, so I'm hoping you guys enjoy watching them. I hope the information was good. That's gonna do it for me. Thank you for watching. A like or a subscribe would be greatly appreciated. You guys be good. And you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.